Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm getting ready for a work event. I was invited to this launch party for a new restaurant here, which is really exciting. It should be fun. There's a few locations throughout Canada. It's called Elle Furniture Warehouse. Apparently it's quite popular in Vancouver and Calgary, so I'm excited that we're getting one finally. So before I start getting ready for that, a portion of today's video is kindly sponsored by e.l.f. Cosmetics. I'm going to be raving even more about the Halo Glow liquid filter. I think they saw how much I was loving this, so they reached out and it was the easiest yes ever. This has quickly become one of the products I throw into my everyday routine. You can use it in a multitude of ways. You can use it as your skin tint. You can mix it in with your foundations to make them more glowy. You can use it underneath your makeup or on top of makeup. And you can use it as a highlighter. There's so many uses. I'm going to tell you more about it in a minute once I start applying it, but it is $18 Canadian, 14 USD, and it's now available online and in stores at Shoppers Drug Mart, as well as online at elfcosmetics.com. And all of e.l.f.'s products are vegan and cruelty-free. So before I start applying my makeup, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. So I'm going to be starting off with the Halo Glow liquid filter as my underneath highlighter. I used it as my skin tint the other day, and I used it as my highlighter another day. So today I'm going to sandwich it. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's very beautiful. It comes in a glass bottle and has this nice large applicator. I have 3 shades currently. I swatched them on my hand so you can see the undertones against my skin color. So over here we have shade 2, which is a little bit more golden. And then in the middle we have shade 3, which is a little bit more pink. And then over here, which is more bronzy from my skin tone, is shade number 4. I'm going to be using 2 just because I want that highlighted effect. I already have all of my skincare on, but this is actually a skincare makeup hybrid. It's infused with squalane, which helps moisturize your skin. Squalane and my skin type get along really, really well. And it also has hyaluronic acid, which we all know hydrates your skin. I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger a little bit. I might actually swap to a brush because this is gonna take too long. Does anyone else like wait all day to start getting ready until like a couple hours before the event? I just don't want my makeup to start expiring, you know? So I've been waiting all day for this moment. I'm so excited to be getting ready. Getting ready is always my favorite part of going out for any event. It's so fun. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo. Halo Glow filter has the finest milled pigments. It's so nice. It gives like your skin a soft focus look and it just enhances the light so beautifully. It's gorgeous. I forgot to mention how many shades there are. There are 8 in this collection. They're all universal, so they stretch across many different skin tones. So now I'm going to move into my skin tint, and this one grabbed my eye today. Grabbed my eye, caught my eye, grabbed my attention. Sometimes I mix up sayings, and I'm going to blame growing up with my stepdad because he's French and he always mixed up sayings, and it's so cute, so it always became our new sayings. Like when he moved from Quebec, he didn't speak a word of English. Instead of saying all of a sudden, he said out of the sun. Out of the sun. So instead of saying all of a sudden, I say out of the sun. He's the cutest person alive. Anyways, I'm going to be using this one, the Chanel Water Fresh Complexion Touch. I'm using the shade B30. This is way too expensive. I spent too much money on this for it to just sit in my collection, and tonight is an event worth whipping this out. They gave me a couple +1s, so I'm bringing 3 of my friends. It's gonna be so fun. Just getting lit up on a Tuesday. I'm excited. So what I like to do with this is squirt a couple pumps on the back of my hand, then I pop all of the bubbles, all of the pigment bubbles, and then I start applying, just like my rose ink one, but this one has a bit more coverage, which I want because I am sadly experiencing some period acne this time around, which is really annoying, but it's fine. It'll go away. Oh, this is the perfect color match for me now, because when I first purchased it, it was a little bit dark. Now this is amazing. I also have zero clue on what to wear tonight. I'm kind of panicking about it because it's a casual place, but I'm like, it's their event, like their launch party. Do I wear something more fancy? I don't know. So I'm in a crisis. I'm having a crisis. Okay, wow, this is looking incredible today. I'm so happy this grabbed my eye. So I feel like you guys are a little bit far from me. Don't be shy, come on in. We're all friends here, come here. Now for my concealer, I'm using the Huda Beauty Fauxfilter Concealer in the shade Cotton Candy. And I'm just going to blend that out with my little Kosas sponge. I'm loving this. I picked some good complexion products today. So now I'm going to set my under eyes right now with the e.l.f. Prime and Stay powder, which you guys know has become pretty much my favorite powder over the course of the last little while. It's a $4 powder and it does the most. It's very blurring. It's a nice tinted one, so it adds another filter to your under eyes or wherever you put it. And it's very mattifying, but it doesn't suck all of the hydration from your other products. It's very comfortable and it makes your under eyes last all day. It's awesome. So I'm putting a generous amount right on my little creases here, like I always do, and then I'll revisit this in a moment. So now to add some structure to my cheekies, I'm going to use this combo. So remember a couple months back where I was obsessed with the Huda Glowish bronzer in combination with the Fenty Beauty Amber Cream Bronzer in the pan? I want to see what these ones do. So this is Fenty Amber Match Stix. I'm going to contour with that right in the hollows, and why not? I'm going to add a little definition on my jaw as well. And I'm just going to blend it out with this Sephora Collection brush. I just always run over with my foundation brush over whatever I do on my jaw because I'm so scared to have a contour or bronzer chin strap. Now I'm taking my Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer in the shade Medium 2, and I feel like this is going to suit the glowy vibes of this base really nicely. It's like a beautiful pearly bronzer, but it's a powder, so it's going to kind of set the areas I apply it. It's also very sheer, so it gives a very natural effect. As you can see, now that it's half applied on my forehead, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. Now I'm going to revisit my e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter in the shade 2, and I'm going to use it as my highlighter. I want to see what it looks like sandwiched. I don't think I've done this quite yet. I think this is the last of the steps I haven't tried. I just love this product's versatility. You can just squeeze it into your routine every day and it can feel like a different product depending on how you use it. And now I'm just blending it out with my sponge on top here. Now for blush, this one was calling my name. I feel like I haven't used my Patrick Ta products in quite a minute and they don't deserve that. So I'm using the blush duo in the shade Oh She's Different. I'm going to start off with the cream and then I'll see how I feel if I want to add some of the powder on top. I just wiped off the excess product that was on this Sephora Collection brush. I just don't want to wash extra brushes I don't have to tonight. I was going to go for a very effortless makeup look today, kind of like a barely there look, but I'm having too much fun getting ready right now, so I feel like it's going to end up full glam or even mid glam, right in the middle. Yeah, I feel like the cream blush is enough for me, so I'm revisiting my e.l.f. powder now, and I'm going to set the center of my face with it. So here is an up close shot of my base. I think it's looking pretty snatched. But now it's time for me to do my brows and prime my lids, so I will do that and I'll be right back. So here's the little eye look I came up with. So first step, I took my e.l.f. powder. This is a great little tip, especially if you want a very soft base to your look. So I took a nice fluffy brush. This is a Smith 237, and I set just my brow bone, not my entire lid, just right here to set my eye primer. And this is going to add some nice slip so it diffuses very easily. And with that same brush, I'm going to dip into this Kevyn Aucoin palette. These are new. This is the Contour Eyeshadow Palette, the light one. It looks like this. Am I going to pretend I don't have a million eyeshadow palettes that look like this in my collection? Yes, I am. I have been loving this one. It's so perfect. So I'm just going to take this shade first, and I'm going to throw that in my crease, diffusing it as much as I can. Then I'm switching to this Huda Beauty Eye Naughty Blender, but I'm just taking a more concentrated amount of that color and I'm packing it onto my lid. I'm going for perfect neutrals because I have no idea what I'm wearing, so this is gonna go with anything. Then with that same brush, I'm taking the darker brown in here, just a little amount, and I'm going to pat that over top to increase the depth. Now, if you want to make this darker, go ahead. I just wanted it to be softened, so that's why I used the crease color all over. Stopping it there for a second, actually I lied. I'm just gonna throw in my inner corner highlight, which is the lightest shimmery shade right here. And I'm going to take the middle shade, which is this gorgeous bronzy shade, and I'm placing that in the center, kind of like so. And I'm taking that brush I smudged everything with, and blending that around. And then I took some more to highlight the center, just like so. I think this is such a pretty look. Have I done this a million times before? Probably, but it never gets old for me. Now I'm going to add some eyeliner. So on the outer corner, I used a black, and in the inner corner, I used a brown. I'm using this Huda Beauty Life Liner, quick and easy, very brown brush liner. This was awesome. I used this the other day, and it did not smudge at all. So I trust this thing. So it's not gonna smudge, and I wanted it to be softer, so that's why I went for a brown. So now for my eyeliner, I'm using my Melt Cosmetics Ultra Matte Gel Liner in the shade Onyx, which is my favorite potted liner. And I'm using my Smith 205 to create my wing. And usually I start my wings down here because I like giving it more of a moody look. But this time around, I'm starting from my outer corner, as you can see, like right over here. I'm just cleaning this up with another angled brush and some concealer. And lastly, I took a little brush. This is the Glisten number F3, and I'm taking a mixture of both browns I used, and I'm going to smudge it on my lash line. Just a little bit. I'm not taking it all the way across, just on the outer portion. And I'm going to do the same with my lower lash mascara. See how it's only over here, not all the way across? I feel like it gives a cute little effect. And speaking about mascaras, I'm going to be using these two right here. So the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes Mascara and the M Cosmetics Pick Me Up for my lower lashes. I was thinking about adding some falsies, but then I'm going for my mascara that gives me the feeling of falsies. Switching over to my M Cosmetics one, and I'm just putting it over here. And here are the eyes all done. I really love this. It's like a bronzy siren eye look. I've missed using black liner. I feel like for the longest time I've used brown, but black is such a fun change. I feel like it makes my green eyes pop even more. So this is fun for a night out. For my lips, I pulled out my Smashbox Be Legendary Line and Prime Pencil in the shade Medium Neutral Rose. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I dig it. I feel like, oh, it just went launched. I just launched it. I feel like it ties in the bronzy and the cheek color quite nicely. So now for my lips, I have a couple options. I found it. I found the color I was missing, Power Mauves, from the glossy lip stains from e.l.f. It was in my backpack that I brought to Disneyland. This was the color I wore all day there. So I'm gonna use that. I think it's gonna suit this look. Ooh, it might be a little bit peachy. I wanted a lip stain just so I didn't have to think about my lips all night. So this will be the base, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of this M Cosmetics Venetian Rose just to tie everything in a little bit more. And here is the look. I am feeling good about myself tonight. I'm excited to go get lit up on a Tuesday now. But before I head out, I just wanted to say another huge thank you to e.l.f. Cosmetics for sponsoring today's video. Again, you can shop the Halo Glow Liquid Filter online or in stores at Shoppers Drug Mart or on elfcosmetics.com. I'll have links, of course, in the description box. But that's going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give this video a like, and I will list all of the products I used in today's video in the description down below as always, so feel free to check that out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!